10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And welcome to UW Revamped. One more time, huh? I just want to apologize for last week. We actually did a show, but then had some problems, didn't we?
Technical difficulties beyond our control.
Everything went down. We lost it all. But hey, I just want to say hello one more time, and I want to just introduce you to my buddy, Mr. Internet. And you know what? I was told that you're bringing sexy back. Is that true?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Come on.
Let's talk about Ultimate Wrestling's Revenge. Took place this past Saturday.
You don't want to talk about bringing sexy back, do you?
I do not.
Why?
I think that's Stone's department, but we'll leave that, you know.
First off, I want to get some other things out of the way. We have to thank some sponsors.
Yes, we do.
Okay, we have to thank who? Rave Theaters. You know what? You know what? They've been giving us tickets to give away. And if you want to have tickets to a movie for free, come on down to the show. Okay. We also thank who?
Pizzazz Pizza.
You know what? That's who basically sponsors us, and that's who does the food for us. And if you want some great pizza, some wonderful calzones,
and chicken wings.
Chicken wings, you just give them a call. They're called Pizzazz Pizza. When I do that, you're supposed to take over.
Okay.
Okay?
Pizzazz Pizza. Pizzazz Pizza.
It's been 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also LMB Corporation. Thank you, LMB Corporation. We are here for you, and I'll be calling you. Okay. Now let's get on with the show.
All right.
Last show, you weren't there. So let's kind of, so I'm the only one that really knows what's going on.
Absolutely.
Hey, someone told me that you have a special guest coming in. Did you call somebody?
Yes, I did. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a while, for the first time on this show, we are going to be bringing you, in a short while, the story of the year, Brian Cage.
Ooh, yeah, you know what? I was there for that match.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about with that match.
Yes, there is.
But you know what? I was really, really glad to see the man there.
I think a lot of people were.
There
was a lot of people in some circles who said Brian Cage would never set foot in an Ultimate Wrestling ring again, but yet
he did.
There he was.
He actually stepped foot, and then he put his back and everything else in it too.
Yes.
So there you go. Of course, we're here because we're going to push the next show, which is August 6th at the
American Legion Post 33, downtown Pensacola.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Those classes are paying off.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Well, let's start. You know what? Let's not go in any real particular order.
Okay.
Let's just kind of like go over the last show.
Sure.
Because I know that you saw some of the footage, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. One of the biggest matches of the night. Oh my gosh, what a match. Colby Godwin. Now, Colby Godwin went up against Cameron
Thomas.
There you go. You know
the current Sterling, well, at the time, Sterling champion.
That's right, that's right. And what happened was that 2 shows ago, Colby said that it was his last show on the Gulf Coast. But what happened is that Colby got kind of shafted on that match.
Yeah, Cameron Thomas walked out.
Absolutely.
He took the 10 count.
He just took his belt and then left. Because it was, I mean, you know what, I think Colby probably had the upper hand. And so Thomas, being a extremely wise person, took the belt and you know what, just left. Because everybody knows that you can't lose the belt on a count out.
Right, Colby Godwin got the win, but the title does not change hands on a count out.
So, this past Saturday night, they had the rematch, and man, was it a barn burner.
You talk about 2 studs in the ring. My goodness.
I saw 2 guys beat the living crap out of each other. I mean, seriously, beat the crap. You know what? As these fans left, people told me, and I quote, "Now that is a wrestling show. That was the best show that I've ever seen. That show, all of us are coming back." And this crowd was bigger than last crowd. Each show, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right, and we want to thank all the people that have supported Ultimate Wrestling and are continuing to support. Tell a friend.
You know what? You know what? One guy came and, let's see, it was him and his son. And yet they brought back 10 people this past show. 10. So you see, that's what's going on. People are talking, and it's just a fantastic show.
There's a buzz.
Oh yeah, there's a buzz. There's a buzz. But Colby Godwin defeated Cameron Thomas for the belt. Colby Godwin is now the new
Sterling
champion. You know, for like a man who said that he was not gonna, ever wrestle again on the coast. You know what? He's back with a vengeance.
Right, and I was going to ask you about that. You being the commissioner, now that he has the title, I guess he's going to stick around for a while.
Well, actually, back in the back, we were just talking about it, and yet he said that if he loses the belt, he's gone. He will never wrestle again.
Wow.
So, there's a lot riding on every match with him.
I'm saying, Colby could put a big target on his back now.
Well, you know what he already has, because Scarface, Waylon Barley, 6 foot, 6'8"?
At least.
He's every bit of 300 pounds.
The man enjoys hurting people.
Well,
it's been well documented.
Let me tell you what happened. The last show, he hired the services of Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim is now his new sports advisor, sports consultant.
Sports consigliere.
There you go. So Uncle Jim, the first thing he did, now, you know what, this is a man who was all about business. He said that actually, Scarface is my client and I'm going to do whatever is in his best interest.
Wow.
He got him a title shot up against Colby Godwin. The main event for the next show on August 6th at
American Legion Post 33.
Is
now, that right there is worth the price of admission.
Scarface Waylon Barley up against Colby Godwin for the Sterling Championship. You can't get anything better than that.
No, you cannot.
I mean, that is incredible.
Who would have thunk it?
I did. I thunk it, and it became a reality.
Yes.
So not only was I the greatest independent Gulf Coast wrestler, now I'm the greatest commissioner.
Well, now, a lot of people know you have strong ties to Uncle Jim.
Oh, sure.
So,
well, he is my uncle.
Right.
Hence the name.
Your mentor, your manager,
But the man's doing great on his own.
Yes.
All I did was just give him, like a little platform, and he ran with it.
There you go.
So see, but the man knows how to get things done, and I think Scarface is really happy with what. So next show, the main event, guys, is Scarface Waylon Barley, which is the challenger, up against Colby Godwin, Mr. ROH himself, for the actual Sterling Championship. That is amazing.
BTY.
Listen, if you have a chance, go to the Ultimate Wrestling website. That is actually what, ultimatewrestling.org. Ultimatewrestling.org. Well, you know what? Let's see, what's it? You know what? All of this will be on there. You've got the posters on there. There's also like a little, it's like an actual forum board.
Right.
You got pictures of all of your stars. You got everything on that board. Go there, check it out. That is ultimatewrestling.org.
You can also look Bobby Doll up on Facebook.
Oh, sure. I'm on there. You know what? You can just say hi. Say, hey, just come on by. A lot of stuff. If you just have any old pictures, put them on there. I'm all about that. Now, we also have another match. We have Omega coming back. The Ultimate Wrestling Champion.
After being suspended for a show.
That's right. And then, why was that?
He wouldn't put his chair down. He was threatening you menacingly with it.
And I said,
if you don't put it down, you're going to be suspended.
You were listening, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And I kept my word.
Yes.
He's gone. One show. But he's coming back. And a little bit of heat there. Him and Chris Rocket. At the last show, Chris Rocket ran in.
Ago.
Yeah, that's it. Actually ran in and interfered in the match. I have no idea why. But that's what started this big smiles at the end. Everybody ran out.
Right.
But actually Rocket started it. And you know what? He jumped on Omega. I have no idea why. I mean, I had nothing to do with it.
You wouldn't do anything like that.
No, not at all. But you know what? I like about Rocket, though? He's hungry.
Yes, he is.
He's hungry, and he wants a title shot. So he goes out, and he bypasses everybody else, and he makes his own title shot because basically I got called up by our champion, Omega, who absolutely demanded the match.
I think he got his attention. So
he did get his attention.
We're going to see what happens with that. Omega versus Chris Rocket. Omega being the Ultimate Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Up against the mouth of the South, Chris Rocket.
You're not joking.
You know what, man? I like Chris Rocket.
Well,
because he talks almost as much as I do. I mean, hey, what can you say? Also, on the last match, if you weren't there, you missed it. If you were there, I know you're coming back because, man, that was just a hook and a half, man. You know what? If you come to an Ultimate Wrestling show, you will have the time of your life. There was a guy all the way down from Texas.
I remember.
Said
yes.
that it was the greatest thing he's ever seen in his life. Him and his daughter loved it. She asked him to make a special trip back to Pensacola
Wow.
just so she could come to the shows. This is all on the Facebook. You can read all of this stuff. I'm not making it up. Fans leave all of these messages. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful reviews. This is the greatest show on the coast, guaranteed. Our guys, now this is the best thing about it. You can go to any other independent wrestling show on the coast, and yet you will see a lot of really good wrestlers. But at our show, what are you going to see?
The ultimate wrestler.
The ultimate. We have superstars. We have guys who care, I would say, like enough about this business that they spend a lot of time in the gym. You know, guys who look like wrestlers, guys who act like wrestlers, and guys that can wrestle.
The key word being professional.
There you
wrestling.
go. There you go. And you know what? That's what basically we are really shooting for. We have basically just set the bar up, and you know what? Everyone's wanting to be here.
Ultimately setting the
Everyone's
bar
coming.
and enforcing it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And hence, that's why we have Brian Cage coming today.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? That's a talent and a half right there. You know what?
Yes.
That guy's. But there's some changes going on with him, isn't there?
Seems to be. You know, I spoke
That's
to him on
what
the
we're
phone
gonna find
briefly,
out.
and
Yeah.
we're going to delve into that later.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we also have got a big tag team match coming up.
I see that. That is unbelievable.
You know what? You didn't see the match between Magnus and Iron Claw, did you?
Magnus being your stooge. I mean, bodyguard, right?
Stooge.
I'm sorry, that slipped out. Your bodyguard.
Now, why in the world would you ever say something like that? Would you say it if he was here? I mean, Magnus being every bit of what, 290, maybe
At
what,
least.
300 pounds?
I tried
Of
to
just
speak to
pure
him
muscle?
once before, and he blew past me. So no, I probably would not have.
You know what? That's
let
because you're
that
easy to
slip.
look right over.
I know.
You know? But anyway, the match that they had, let me tell you what I saw, okay? Because I was there watching it. Iron Claw had to resort to powder. He actually took powder, throws it behind his back. It gets into my man's face, Magnus. It gets in his face, okay? So the Magnus is down, and he's trying to get this, you know, and then that's when Iron Claw covers him. Now, you know, listen, you know what? This is pro wrestling. You don't use cheap crap like that. You don't use stuff like that.
Now I heard a rumor that Magnus actually picked up Claw and scoop slammed him,
Oh,
which
That
I got to
in
give
itself-
credit where credit is due.
that in itself is a feat. Because Claw is a big man.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he's a big man. And, you know what? The beast that is known as Magnus picked him up and just,
Wow.
you know what? I mean, like he was nothing.
It's incredible.
You know, almost like he was you. Now, anyway, but Claw goes back, and now he wants a tag partner. So he's bringing Ron Horn.
Ron Horn himself.
Ron Horn, he's a big man. If you,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
You know what? You were there last show when he was there.
Yeah.
He's a big man. And Magnus has a buddy down in Tampa that he's bringing up.
Now who's that?
Kurt Matthews.
What can you tell us about Kurt
Well,
Matthews?
I am not going to tell you anything except
Wow.
he's a monster just like Magnus. Am I bringing in anything less?
Wow.
He's a monster just like Magnus.
How is the ring going to contain these monsters?
I don't know. I don't think it can.
Wow.
I don't think it can. It's amazing. You know, I told you that I would do it. You know, it's like reading the Bible. You know what, you read it and it all comes true. If I say it, it's all going to come true.
If Bob books it, they'll come.
There you go. How we doing on time? We got time? Okay. Well, we also have Soldier. Man, I'm going to tell you,
Suicidal Soldier
I'm
Tommy
a
Hill.
big fan of Suicidal Soldier. I was out interviewing Scarface. Okay,
Right.
doing the interview. And Scarface is really mad at the fans because the fans have not really gotten behind him that much. He's out there, you know, and he busts his tail. And he's finally realized what I've said all along. It ain't about the fans. It's all about respect, right? So he's wanting to earn some respect. So he turns his back on the fans. I have to applaud him for that because you know what? The fans,
Fans are fickle.
I would say trailer trash. But anyway, so he basically turns his back. Now here comes Soldier, okay? He comes walking out, you know, with their old friends. They used to hang out together.
Right.
You know, kind of, okay, big old. But you know what I want to do? I want to talk about this when we come back from the break because
Okay.
a lot happened. And Soldier, I don't know really what he was thinking. You know what he said? He says, I am Suicidal Soldier. So, you know, I am ready for just about anything, and that's what he got. So,
Wow.
so guys,
Stay
we'll be
locked in.
right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.